on my survival knives and cutting implement that I would be using in case of a survival situation, as well as the one that I use on a daily basis. So here we go. First we're going to start out with the Gerber here, the good old Gerber. Well, let me tell you, this puppy stays in my back pocket every day, 365. Now, one of the first things you'll notice is you'll see on one side it's got the little silver button, and on this side it's got the black. One day I just pulled it out to use it, and one of the sides was missing. This whole piece clip that goes on here with the button was just missing. Couldn't find it, didn't know where it was, thought I had a useless tool. Called Gerber. They didn't ask for a receipt, they didn't ask how long I owned it. I said, this is what's broken. They said, we'll send you one out right away without a problem. No, didn't cost me shipping and handling, didn't cost me a dime, and they said if I didn't know how to put it on, that I could send it to them and they would fix it for free. So at that rate, I'm feeling pretty good about this piece here. Push those in, slides out, you've got yourself a pair of needle nose type pliers. You have a serrated edge here for sawing, a can opener, a Phillips head screwdriver, and a lanyard attachment, as well as a knife here, a screwdriver with a can opener, a file on both sides, another flathead screwdriver right here, which is wider than this one, as you can see. This is thinner, this is wider, and then a puncture tool for putting a hole in a belt or in leather or whatever else you needed to puncture. So that's that for the Gerber multi-tool. And for self-defense, if you had to use it for that, pulling it out like so and holding it just like this, or just like this. The knife is the primary stabbing and cutting weapon, and this pointed edge, as you can see there, in the neck, in the eye, in the solar plexus, in pressure points, is going to also stop your assailant. So gotta love that Gerber tool. And if you're using it to measure something, you've got the 1, 2, 3, 4 inches there that you can use as a ruler or a measuring tool if you need to as well. So Gerber multi-tool gets my vote. I had the Leatherman tool, and I like that as well, but with Gerber's customer service, and I never had a chance to deal with Leatherman's customer service. So next up on the list is just a folding. And just to recap on that Gerber tool, that Gerber tool again is the Gerber Multiplier 600 needle nose with a black body, and that was purchased from Amazon for $59.40, and it's a little bit pricey, but a heck of a tool. And you know, when you need a tool and it's like, wow, you've got something, a pair of pliers or something you need, definitely comes in handy instead of having to go into the toolbox, or if that toolbox isn't around. So check it out, Gerber tools or Leatherman, either one as a multi-tool, survival tool. It's a must-have. It's a must-have as a daily tool. No name, plastic handled knife that has, you know, these little indentations or this raised texture, and that opens really quickly, very easily. Very sharp serrated edge here, extremely sharp. this knife is very sharp, and that's the reason I bought it in the first place. I think this knife cost me $10 in a bait store. I like to fish, so that's one of the things. I saw this knife and said, hey, I can always use a good knife for fishing. So there you go. Depress the little release here and fold the knife. You can also open it that way, but I find that it's a lot easier just to do that, which it didn't open that time, which is funny. But that's concealable, put in the back pocket, small, compact, good for survival, defense, cutting, whittling down things that you're going to need to make, whether it be sharpened sticks or whatever. This little puppy right here is a pretty good knife for 10 bucks. Stainless steel, as you can see, it's stainless. So for 10 bucks, I couldn't say no. I got a little knife problem.